Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more stories like this. When Sarah and I tied the knot, I believed I had discovered a love built on quiet promises and unwavering loyalty. Together, we created a modest home filled with laughter and shared dreams of a future where nothing could ever break us. But over the years, something began to shift. The warmth in her eyes that once met mine started to drift toward her phone instead of me. It began subtly, small disagreements, missed calls, late replies, impromptu girls' nights that stretched into the early hours. I tried to ignore the suspicion at first, clinging to my belief in her honesty. But one evening as we sat down for dinner, I asked why she seemed so distant. She lifted her gaze from the screen and snapped, "You don't own me, Daniel. I'm not your property." Her words cut deeper than any argument we'd ever had. I stayed calm though my heart thudded. "I never said you were," I replied quietly. "But if faithfulness feels like ownership to you, maybe you've already checked out of this marriage." She rolled her eyes, grabbed her purse, and left her food untouched as she walked away. I sat there for a long moment, realizing the woman across from me was no longer my Sarah. The next day, I faced the truth I had been avoiding. I checked our shared phone bill, a line I had never crossed before. Her call history revealed countless late-night conversations with a number I didn't recognize. My stomach turned as I copied the number and searched it online. The name that appeared was Ryan, her coworker, someone she had insisted was just a friend. I didn't yell or lash out. I simply texted her, "Sarah, if there's someone else, just admit it. You don't need to lie anymore." A minute later, her reply appeared, "I'm not your property. Stop controlling me." My hand shook, but I forced myself to stay composed. I typed back, "Then you're not my wife." I set my phone down and stepped outside, taking a deep breath of the chilly evening air. For a moment there was silence, quiet, painful, and strangely peaceful. Then the phone started buzzing. Once, twice, then a flood. 15 missed calls in less than 5 minutes. I didn't answer. I couldn't. When I finally read her messages, they were full of apologies. "Daniel, please pick up. I didn't mean it like that. We need to talk." But I had already said everything I could. Every word I had to say had been spoken and ignored. It was her turn to confront the silence she had created. That night, she returned home crying. Her makeup was smudged, her voice breaking. "It wasn't serious," she said. "It just felt good to be noticed again. I never wanted to lose you." I listened, heart shattering while hardening at the same time. I had imagined forgiving her hundreds of times, but not this time. "Sarah," I said softly, "love isn't ownership. But it is responsibility. It is trust. And you broke that." She reached for my hand. I pulled away. Tears streamed down her face. I wasn't angry anymore, just hollow. In the days that followed, she begged for a second chance. She deleted social media, blocked Ryan, even suggested counseling. But I couldn't see her the same way. Every smile made me wonder who else had seen it. Every "I love you" sounded more like an apology than affection. I quietly filed for separation. She signed the papers, sobbing through each page. I didn't gloat. I didn't mention the 15 missed calls. The silence between us said everything. Months passed. Piece by piece, I rebuilt my life. I learned to cook for one, to sleep on one side of the bed without loneliness creeping in, to enjoy mornings without waiting for someone's good morning text. The ache faded slowly, replaced by a calm I had never known, the kind that only comes after weathering a storm. One day, I received a letter from Sarah. Inside, she wrote, "You were right. Love isn't property. It's a privilege." I didn't respond. I folded the letter and tucked it away. Now, when my phone rings, I answer when I choose, disconnect when I need. I don't chase love anymore. I wait for respect. I learned the hard way that sometimes silence is the truest response. And though she once thought leaving me was freedom, I realized my freedom began the moment I stopped answering her calls.